Hello and welcome to ESCA Legal Lounge. My name is Kimber Marie. I'm an associate here at ESCA, and today I'm joined by a few more people. Nicole, our contracts partner, Madison and Cassidy are also associates here at ESCA, and today we are excited to be discussing a very big event that's coming up soon called ESCAPADES. And so we're just going to get right into it. Nicole, would you mind telling us what ESCAPADES is and how it went in 2024?
Sure. So last year was our first annual Escapades Legal Conference. We structured it so that we had four really interesting panels featuring great speakers. We had in-house counsel of fabulous brands. We had professionals that were in the legal industry. We had professionals that spoke as business development advisors, part and parcel of marketing and PR of brands and companies that we admire and can count as our clients. And it was a really fascinating, interesting forum that brought together lawyers and legal professionals and law students together to discuss these really interesting issues and have a safe, comfortable, professional forum to ask questions that are all on our minds that we need answers to better advise our clients. And so last year was a resounding success. We got so much great feedback afterwards. The panels were fascinating. The speakers were top notch. The flow of the event was great. And I can tell you firsthand from all of the people that I've spoken with, people got internships afterwards, exciting jobs, great business opportunities after. So it's a really great networking event as well.
Amazing. And what was your favorite part of Escapades last year?
My favorite part of Escapades, oh my gosh, everything from beginning to end. I really loved that intimate forum to talk to people that I had either met on LinkedIn or wanted to have the opportunity to speak with them in greater depth about what they do and how we could potentially work together. So it was just a great opportunity for people to connect in an environment that was conducive to those kinds of meaningful conversations.
I love that. And then, Cassidy, you're here because I wanted you to speak to this year's Escapades and any potential sneak peeks you might be able to give our listeners tonight.
Yeah, so this year's escapades, we're really excited. Over the last year, the firm has grown so much, so we're really excited to kind of have this event reflect the changes and new additions to the firm. So you can expect to touch on IP prosecution, online enforcement strategies. We're going to be discussing how to monetize your IP, and I'm really excited about our panel on like the public perception side of brand protection. So we're going to have some really interesting speakers on that panel. We're really excited to have the general counsel of Barstool Sports actually speaking on it. So he'll be able to tell us a little bit about protecting your brand, especially in the context of like social media and influencer marketing, and how, bringing in those partnerships can kind of make things a little bit more complicated sometimes. We're also excited to have counsel from Celsius Energy Drinks, from Mars, which owns a bunch of, candy and consumer product brands. And we're going to have a great trademark and licensing partner from Ackerman LLP there. And yeah, we're really excited to have some other really amazing global brands. Yeah, we can't wait to showcase everything that we've been doing the last year and have some great experts speaking on hot issues.
Yeah, I think that's a great lineup. You and Nicole and Francesca have been doing like a great job getting all of these amazing speakers lined up. Before we move to Madison, Cassidy, I have to ask you too, what was your favorite moment from Escapades last year?
Hmm.
The feedback that we got afterwards, I mean, everything in the day was so amazing. But the feedback that we got afterwards was so lovely and so meaningful. And as I said, resulted in so many opportunities for people, which was really our objective was to educate and make kind of, an inclusive community to foster those connections.
Yeah, and for me, kind of piggybacking on what Nicole said earlier, for me, I can't pick out like a single moment. The whole day was a great learning experience, and I feel like it kind of just flew by. We were so busy, but it really was incredible. Having worked on the event my entire spring semester 3L year, seeing it come to life was really, really rewarding. And like Nicole said, seeing all the people that I'd seen on LinkedIn, I think a lot of law students can probably empathize with the kind of like LinkedIn celebrity lawyer crush kind of feeling. So it was really
Yeah.
cool getting to actually meet some of these attorneys that I've been following my entire law school journey. So I can't wait to continue developing those connections and meet more inspiring people this year.
Yeah, I love that. And then last but not least, Madison, I wanted you here because you are great at mentoring and networking. And so I would love for you to share a few tips, maybe for law students and for attorneys alike, on how they can get the most out of Escapades. Would love to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, well, I think that was my favorite part of Escapades, other than like listening to all of the great speakers, getting to connect with students and other attorneys, and also some of our clients who were able to be there. What it just was the best part of the entire day. So I think some tips, especially for law students, because that's kind of my area of expertise right now, is I think utilizing the opportunity that you went to Escapades as kind of a good touching point for people. So even if you don't get to connect with people at the event, if you see somebody at the event or they spoke at the event, following up afterwards with like a LinkedIn connection and a message and just saying, I loved what you said about X, Y, and Z, or I saw you at this panel, or, just mentioning the fact that you were there and you appreciated their time and what they said. And then using that kind of as a way to connect later. And then also using your time there to try and maybe like talk to a couple people that you either know already and can, I don't know, bring in some other people so you expand your network a little bit more by talking to people you already know. And then also maybe going outside your comfort zone a little bit, talking to people that you haven't met before. Like Cassidy said, maybe some of your LinkedIn lawyer crushes that you have on the internet, or people that you see on other social media platforms. If you really appreciate what they say and what they do, then just putting yourself out there and, just having at least like an initial conversation of, it could be just 2 quick sentences. You don't need to turn it into a whole like, coffee chat. I don't really know if we even have a lot of time for that. So it's kind of just, hey, how are you? This is who I am. This is where I go to school. Really interested in what you do. Because again, when you follow up, because you should always follow up with people you connect with, if you want to have a connection and relationship with them, you can say, we met at Escapades, and really use Escapades as a place to start new connections, new relationships, and also catch up with people that maybe you haven't seen or spoken to, and also talk to other students. You don't have to just talk to lawyers, talk to other students that you see there, either that you know or you maybe know through other people, because that's your immediate network too. So you're all going to grow together. Make sure you also talk to other students while you're there.
I love that. And just, I would also add a tip onto that, although you kind of already said it, but Dale Carnegie, I think, was the one. I read one of his books about networking, and he said, whenever you meet someone and you get to know them a little bit, if there's like an interesting fact that you can remember, write it down. So, like, if you're attending Escapades and you're talking to people, which you should definitely be doing, carry a notepad with you or on your notes function on your phone, and just remember those little details. So that way, when you do follow up with people, you have a personalized detail that you can include in that message. But
100%.
thank you three for joining us today. I'm so excited for Escapades. It was a very short and sweet episode, but we just wanted to talk more about this event that'll be coming up on April 25th. You can sign up at Eventbrite, and so check the link in our bio for more details. Thanks, y'all.
On Instagram.
And Instagram, yes. Thank you.
Thank